You ever look at yourself in the mirror and wonder, what happened to me? You used to be the smart kid, the one teachers praised, the one relatives bragged about, the one who always had the answers. So why now do you feel so completely lost? You scroll through social media and it feels like everyone is ahead. Some friend is launching a business. Someone else just got into a dream university. Meanwhile, you're lying in bed, paralyzed, feeling like a fraud in your own story. Pause. Softer tone. If this feels familiar, you're not broken. You're not lazy. You're just carrying the invisible weight of being the smart kid. And today we're unpacking it together. Let's go back a bit. From a young age, you were told you were gifted. You got A's without trying. You understood things quicker than your classmates. People treated you like a little genius, and honestly, that felt damn good. But here's the trap. When everything came easy, you never really had to learn how to struggle. No one taught you what to do when the answers don't come quickly. No one prepared you for the identity crisis that hits when being smart stops being enough. Because being smart isn't a personality, it's a skill. And like any skill, it needs challenge, resilience, and humility too. Now here's the dark side. Being the smart kid comes with a hidden fear, failing in front of people. You got addicted to praise, and now the idea of trying something and not being instantly good at it, it terrifies you. So what do? We procrastinate. We overthink. We avoided challenges because deep down, we'd rather not try at all than risk not being perfect. Sound familiar? This is why so many former gifted kids feel stuck. Not because they're not smart anymore, but because they're trapped in the fear of not living up to the version of themselves they think everyone expects. You're not failing. You're scared to fail. And that's something we can face. Let's talk about burnout. Not the dramatic Hollywood kind, I mean the quiet kind. The one that makes everything feel pointless. You were told you had potential, but now every time you open your laptop or think about your future, you feel this empty pit in your stomach. Why? Because your entire self-worth was tied to what you could produce. Grades, test scores, applause. No one taught you that rest is part of growth. No one said, hey, it's okay to not always be achieving. So now when you stop grinding for even a moment, your mind screams, you're wasting time. But here's the truth. You are not a machine. You're a human being. And burnout isn't laziness. It's your brain saying, please, I can't keep surviving like this. Here's a cold, honest truth. Life after school isn't designed like a classroom. There are no grades, no gold stars, no clear roadmaps. And for people who are the smart kids, this is a nightmare. We were raised to believe that if we just followed the rules and got the right answers, we'd be rewarded. But out here in the real world, it's messy, it's random, it's unfair sometimes. And that feels deeply uncomfortable when your whole identity was built on always knowing what to do next. You're not lost because you're stupid. You're lost because you've outgrown a system that used to make you feel safe. And now, you get to create your own rules. Scary? Yes. But also, kind of exciting, right? So let me ask you, what if smart isn't about being right all the time? What if it's about being curious? What if it's about asking for help? What if it's about failing and still trying again? Real intelligence isn't how fast you solve a math problem. It's how you deal with not knowing the answer. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs people who are real, who are willing to learn, unlearn, and grow. So maybe, just maybe, you're not lost. Maybe you're finally beginning to wake up. Let this sink in. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not a disappointment. You're just evolving. Being the smart kid was your first chapter, but now you get to write a new one. One where you define what success means. One where you allow yourself to struggle, to explore, to live fully. So the next time your inner critic whispers, you should have it all figured out by now, I want you to say this. No, I'm figuring it out on my terms. And that's a kind of brilliance no one can take from you. If this video hit you somewhere deep, I'm glad you're here. Drop a comment if you've ever felt this kind of confusion or pressure. Let's talk. You are not alone, and your story isn't over. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more content that actually understands what you're going through. Remember, you're still smart. You're just growing.